scientists, it's Miss Sanchez again, and in this video, I will be going over our packet for this week, which is week 9. Okay, let's get started. On day 1, we will answer 3 questions. So, put your finger on number 1. Number 1 says, fill in the blank. Plants grow toward blank. Is it down toward the soil or up toward the sunlight? All right, go ahead and fill it in. Now put your finger on number 2. What is an environment? So put your finger on the triangle. Is it how fast or slow something moves? Or put your finger on the square. Is it everything that surrounds living things? So go ahead and circle the right one. And finally, put your finger on number 3. Number 3 says, what part of a tree can break through the ground? Put your finger on letter A. Is it the roots? Put your finger on letter B. Is it the leaves? Or put your finger on letter C. Is it the flower? So what part of a tree can break through the ground? All right, now on day 2, scientists, we will answer 3 questions as well. Put your finger on number 1. Number 1 says, circle true or false. Plants can provide food and shade for other living things. Go ahead and circle if it is true or false. Can plants provide food and shade for other living things? All right. Put your finger on number 2. Number 2 says, circle a picture that shows how a plant changes the environment. Is it the tree roots breaking the sidewalk? Or is it the flowers in the sunlight? Circle the right one. So which one shows how a plant changes the environment? All right, put your finger on number 3. Number 3 says, what is a way that plants change the ground? Put your finger on letter A. Is it they keep soil together in a rainstorm? Or put your finger on letter B. Is it that they sink to it? Go ahead and circle one. Now for day 3, we will answer these next questions. Put your finger on number 1. Number 1 says, circle an example of an animal changing the environment. Is it mole's burrow or the dog sniffing flowers? So which one is an example of an animal changing the environment? Go ahead and circle 1. Put your finger on number 2. Number 2 says, how does a bird change the environment? Put your finger on letter A. Does it use branches from trees to make a nest? Or put your finger on letter B. Does it fly in the sky? So how does a bird change the environment? Go ahead and circle the right one. Now put your finger on number 3. Number 3 says, what animal changes the environment by making a dam that stops water? Put your finger on letter A. Is it a bird? Put your finger on letter B. Is it a fish? Or put your finger on letter C. Is it a beaver? What animal changes the environment by making a dam that stops water? Go ahead and circle the right one. For day 4, we will go over the diagram with the captions and then answer questions and write about your observation. So, question is, how do bees pollinate flowers? Well, the first step is that the bee flies to the flower, right? It flies to the flower. The second step is that the bee lands on a flower. And the third step is that the bee flies to another flower. Now, don't forget, after step 3, new seeds are created because of the pollen the bee brought from one flower to the other one, right? Now, in these 2 boxes right here, you're going to be drawing. So in this first box here, you're going to draw what happens after step 2. You are going to take a look at the diagram up here, and then you're going to see what happens after step 2, and you're going to draw it right in here. In the second box over here, you're going to draw what happens after step 3, So you have to think. What do you think will happen after this step number 3? Go ahead and draw it. And then finally down here, you are going to write about the observation of the steps above. And how did you know about what comes after step 3 here? And finally, for day 5, it is going to be a review of what we have learned this week. So put your finger on number 1. Number 1 says, what is the environment? Put your finger on letter A. Is it how fast or slow something moves? Put your finger on letter B. Is it everything that surrounds living things? All right, go ahead and circle the right one. What is the environment? Now put your finger on number 2. Number 2 says, circle the living thing. Is it the flowers? Is it the rocks? Or is it the toy car? Remember, living things can grow, make more of themselves, breathe, or eat. So circle 1. And finally, put your finger on number 3. Number 3 says, fill in the blank. A bee changes the environment by blank flowers to create new seeds. Is it flying over or pollinating? So which one makes more sense? A bee changes the environment by flying over flowers to create new seeds, or a bee changes the environment by pollinating flowers to create new seeds? All right, go ahead and fill it in. So great job, scientists. I hope you all have a safe and nice weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye.